Hey guys, Vladimir here with Desktop Makes. In my last video, I showed how I used Fusion 360 to design living hinges, which allowed me to take a solid piece of plywood and bend it into this model of a mobius strip. Of course, the next obvious question is, can you do the same thing with a 3D printer? Can you 3D print this design and get the same results? Well, only one way to find out. To laser cut this, you need only a 2D file, right? I took my sketch and I just exported it and used the tool path to create my laser cuts. But to 3D print this, I had to go back in and extrude this to have, well, a 3D model. It's actually a little more complicated than just extruding it. I'm gonna actually go over in a minute all the steps that I used to get it from that 2D file to a 3D model that would be able to work with 3D printing. In the process, I'm actually going to show quite a few tips and techniques in Fusion 360. So make sure to watch the tutorial. It's a little bit longer than what I've been doing, but I think it's well worth it. Here's the sketch I started with, and if you want to see how I designed this, go ahead and check out last week's video. Right now we just have a 2D sketch, which was fine for laser cutting, but if we want to 3D print this, we're going to have to give it some thickness. There's actually a few steps we're going to need to take here, but we'll start with thickness. So what I'll do is select this, go to Create, Extrude. So having selected that entire profile, I'm going to do a -2mm extrusion to extrude it down. That way my sketch lines stay on top there. So I'll click OK. And let's bring that sketch back into view. All right, so now you see that I have just the solid thickness there. There's no cuts. So that's what we're gonna have to create. We're gonna have to take these lines here and have them cut through. Now, there's different ways we could go about this, but the way I choose to go about it was to go into the patch environment, which is now called the surfacing environment here. And you can see, by the way, I'm using the new updated Fusion 360 user interface. If you haven't enabled yours yet, all you have to do is click on your name here, go to Preferences, and under Preview, just make sure that UI preview here is checked. I've been using it for a while now, and I believe soon Fusion is just going to make it default. But just in case you don't have it yet, that's how you're going to get the same sort of layout I have here. So what used to be patch is now laid out into a tab here called surfacing, or surface. So if I click on surface, I'm going to select each one of these lines and go ahead and extrude them. Now, the reason I have to go into the surface workspace there is because you can't extrude a line under the modeling environment, or which would now be the solid tab here. So I'm going to go to surface, and then I'm going to select each one of these lines here. So let me get rid of bodies so we can see it a little better. And I'm going to hold Control. That way it'll allow me to multi-select. Okay, now that I have all of them selected, I'm going to go to Create and to Extrude, and I should see 39 selected. I'll bring bodies back into view, and I'm just gonna go all the way up. I'll say 5mm. I just want to go all the way through, so as long as I'm going all the way through, it doesn't matter the distance. But I do want to go symmetric. I want to go both sides. So for direction, I'm going to choose symmetric. Operation is new body, and I'll click OK. All right, I'm going to untoggle sketches, and you'll see that I have these sort of flat, they don't really have any thickness. They're just these extruded lines that go through my model there. So next, let's go ahead and give them some thickness. So we'll go to Create and then down to Thicken. And I'll go ahead and navigate to a front view here. And I'm just going to select from right to left, and that'll select those surfaces there. And for the thickness, this is basically how thick you want that cut to be. If you're laser cutting, it would be that curve. In this case, I'm going to have it just do 0.5mm. So I'm going to type 0.5 here for the thickness. And actually direction, I'm going to go symmetric, but I want it to be a total of 0.5. So I'm actually going to do 0.25. That way it'll go 0.25 in both directions, giving me a total of 0.5. Okay, I'll click OK. And now you can see these have thicknesses on them. So next I'm gonna do a cut. So let's go back to solid, and I'm gonna go to modify, combine, and my target body is gonna be my main body here, and my tool body is gonna be each one of these new bodies that I created here. So I'm just gonna drag, select them, and operation is going to be cut, and then I'll click OK, and now you can see I have those holes there. Now there is a problem. I realized this afterwards, that because the lines didn't go all the way through, they kind of leave this little little piece here. So in hindsight, what I should have done is, let me show this sketch right here. I should have made these lines just go all the way through instead of snapping them to the edge there. That way, you know, if I was to do this again, I wouldn't have to go in and clean up these edges here, because it would have just automatically gone to the extent of the line had I gone all the way through. All right, but no problem. We're just going to clean that up here. And I can select each one of these and try to extrude them out. But the nice thing with Fusion 360 is the delete tool, or the delete key, actually really comes in handy. It does a really great job of healing surfaces, and in this case it's just easier to do. So what I'm going to do is just click on that surface and then just hit delete on my keyboard, and see how it just knows what I want done and just cleans that up. So in this case it just deletes everything. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to hold Control and select each one of these. All right, and then just one keystroke deletes them all, and let's do the same thing for the bottom. All right, got them all selected, hit delete, and that cleans up the top and the bottom. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this section here. So this part, I really want this repeated 3 times. And instead of doing a pattern, I'm gonna cut this off and make it its own little body, and I'm gonna do a mirror. So I'm actually gonna mirror it 3 times. So to make that cut, I'll create a sketch on this surface, and I'm gonna draw a line. Let's get rid of sketch 1 here, we don't need to see it. So I'm gonna go to create, and I'm gonna draw a line going straight down, making sure it is vertical, and I'm gonna position that line at 5 millimeters from this point here. So let's project that point in. I'm gonna hit P for project and just bring that in. Okay, now I'll hit D for dimension, and dimension this line to be 5 millimeters from that point. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm just gonna draw a line straight down, and this point here I'll project by hitting P, selecting it, click OK, and then D for dimension, and I'm going to dimension that point, or the line from that point, to be 5 millimeters. Click Stop Sketch. Let's bring that sketch back into view, and then we're going to go to Modify. We'll go to Split Body. Select this body, and then our splitting tool is going to be this line here. Click OK. And I'm going to right click and just repeat that process. Let's bring that sketch again. Notice, like, you have to keep sometimes bringing sketch into view after you create an operation. Fusion will just untoggle the visibility of the sketch. That's why I have to keep bringing it back into view. All right, we're going to repeat that process here. Body to split is this body. A splitting tool is going to be this line, and then I'll click OK. And now if I expand bodies, well, we see that we have the representation for body is sort of this cylinder here. But then we have all these surfaces, and then I have a couple more bodies here. I don't need to see all these surfaces, so actually I'm gonna just click the first one, scroll down, shift, click the last one here, and let's go to right click and just go to remove. All right, now I see that I have a few bodies here. I have this edge here, that little puzzle piece, and then this big part here, and then the body that I just separated right now. Okay, I want to delete most of this in the middle here, but I want to save this little last puzzle piece here. So let's create another sketch over here. I'm going to do the same process where I'm going to bring a line in, And I'm going to dimension this line from this edge here, make it 16 millimeters. And let's go ahead and now use that line to split this body. So we'll go to modify, split body, choose our body, choose our splitting tool, and click OK. And now I have this body here, which I don't need anymore. So I'm gonna right click here. Notice when I select it, it has a little underline here, a little hash underline telling me which body it is on the browser there. So I'm gonna right click and go to remove there as well. Okay, and that's gonna leave me, once I remove this sketch, these 3 bodies here. So I'm gonna take this body here now and mirror it. So I'm gonna go to create and down to mirror. My pattern type is going to be bodies. I'm gonna select it, and my mirror plane is going to be this surface here, that edge surface, and click OK. And we can see that that's mirrored, and we're gonna repeat that mirror process. I'm gonna select this body. Again, make sure pattern type is bodies, and then my mirror plane is going to be this face there, and then click OK. All right, so now I have those 3 cutouts here, those 3 sections mirrored, and I just need to bring this part here to align with this section here. So to do that, we're going to use the align tool. I'm going to go to modify it down to align. I'm going to select this center point there, and then this center point here, and that's going to bring that right into place. And there is my 3D printable mobius strip. Right now it's into separate bodies. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies as shown here. I'm actually showing 5 bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 bodies. And so the final thing we need to do is combine them all. So we'll go to modify, down to combine. I'll select one of them as my target body, and in my tool bodies I'll just select the rest and make sure I change operation here to join. Click OK, and you see everything is now one body. Okay, now it's ready to be 3D printed. So all I have to do is go to tools here, go to make, and then I'm gonna select this body here. Let me see, I'll send this to Simplify 3D, so I'll click OK. You can choose any slicer. It tells me it cannot auto arrange. I'm just gonna click OK anyway. Delete my last model that's there. Double click on this model, and the way to get this to fit, because it's so long, I actually have to position it diagonally. So what I can do is click here to move this, and then click the little rotation tool here to get it aligned in the middle there. So anywhere around here, let's go to a top view so I can see it better. Maybe a little more rotation. Okay, that'll do it. So I'll print this just using PLA, and if you want to see my settings, I went with just 0.2 millimeter layer height here. So that was it. That's how I went from a 2D sketch, making this a 3D model to be able to 3D print instead of laser cut. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions on any of this. Just leave it down below. And if you can think of any applications where you can see yourself using this technique, let me know. I'm curious to read them. So leave those in the comments below as well. As always, like if you like this, and subscribe for more videos like this. I will see you next time.